One of the most popular questions that I get is how, and also when. Guys, if you are new here, my name is Shauna, and we are a homeschooling family of 4. We're in our 7th year of homeschooling, and we have a 2nd and 6th grader this year. Today, I am coming here to share with you how we manage time in our homeschool. Before we go any further, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. As always, you can find me right on down in the comments or over on Instagram at Making Everyday Magic. I am excited to be one of the many faces who is sharing our discussion on time management in our homeschool as part of a collaboration hosted by Melody over at Homeschool Happy Hour. Be sure to follow this playlist link or scroll down and find the playlist link down in my description box and go give everybody some love, because it's fun to find out how different people manage time. And as a self-proclaimed self-help junkie, I'm looking forward to this because everybody has like some ingenious ways of just getting shiz done, right? So I am excited to hear the amazing tips because everybody here has like different things. Melody, for example, blended family, is out in the real world, in the school, like traditional education model school world. So she has a very unique perspective. So I'm just loving to see what all the ladies have to share. Okay, so time management, what is it? What is it even? It is basically setting out with goals associated with the time that you are already existing anyway. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I'm a little bit of a high energy individual. And I do feel like that helps me to get a lot of things done because I don't like to lollygag. And so I am like doing things, and I'm doing things a lot, and I'm doing things really quickly because, again, I don't know if you can tell, high energy. It's kind of a thing. It's what I do. Not just here, but like everywhere. So like if we're out somewhere, people will be like, oh, you can sit down. Here's a spot. I'm like, oh, actually I'm the stander. Thanks. Which is why my previous career of hairstylist was like a spot on for me, because I got to stand up. I got to talk like all the time. I got to play dress up, and every like 45 minutes was something new and something different with someone new and someone different. So it was, I mean, like, if you could come up with jobs that were highly suited to me, that would be it. As I said, background as a hairstylist. So what I do now, I know was built on or helped at least on a very solid foundation of the fact that I have been self-employed for over 10 years. Now, I am a completionist type of person. So for myself, I'm very goal oriented. So if I know I've got this long to do this thing, I'm going to make it fit. We're going to get it done on time, if not faster. I currently am self-employed as well. So in my experience with, you know, managing my own clients and making sure my taxes get paid on time and making sure I have enough inventory to do color and things like that. Now in my business where I'm on shipping deadlines and I've got to respond to customers as needed, and again, keep up with taxes and things like that. I know that the foundation of being able to do those things has set me up very well to be, you know, a homeschool manager, because that's what I'm doing. I'm making sure we're staying on track and making sure we're getting things done. And something that I pride myself on in my business is to under promise and over deliver. So even though I have a shipping deadline, I mean, that's like a last case resort for me. I'm getting it out a couple days ahead of time, if at all possible. So every few days I'm doing this, I'm staying on track and making sure I've got everything in my schedule, making sure I've got everything down. And some of the ways that I do that is I really like systems. Again, self-help junkie. So I'm watching Amy Landino, who I absolutely love. I'm, you know, reading things and watching things, and that it just like fuels me, and I absolutely love it. So I will read it. I mean, you can have recommendations. I'm always looking for more. So yes, I might have a small problem with that. And then true crime. So, you know, healthy. But anyways, so I know that just kind of my natural personality is conducive for this type of thing. But also because I've been doing these things for so long and implementing so many of these processes, it helps me. And something that I love to do is implement a system and refine it. And even if I don't use the system, it's common theme here, I don't do what I'm told. So even if I've set up a system that is ideal and that works, even when I'm not using it, it still is very comforting to me because I have a plan. I'm a planner, okay? So I like having a plan. Now, what I think is very interesting is that very recently, current Shauna, before Shauna was like very flowish and I'll do this and then that and then that. Nope, this season of Live Shauna, and I just realized this, like I'm not even kidding this past weekend, this season of Live Shauna is minutes. We're minutes, people. We are talking, I gotta get it done. I wanna make sure it fits. We are back on a time schedule and that works for me right now. I do have some printables over on my website on makingeverydaymagic.com. I'll try to remember to link them down in the description box that will help you. But I do plan like everything. I've got systems. We've got a meal plan that is like 2 weeks of meals and I just put it on repeat. I like to grocery shop for the bulk of everything, not fresh dairy, fresh produce, but for the bulk of everything, I like to grocery shop one time a month. I'm not kidding. I go like, I have a list that's broken out by area of the store. If it's not something I can just order online and pick up, it works for me. I have cleaning themes for my days. So like Tuesdays is bathrooms, it's Tinkle Sprinkle Tuesday. Wednesdays I like to dust, wax on, wax off Wednesdays. I like to do all of my laundry on one day. So I know I've got about 5 loads of laundry every Thursday. It's all folded and put away this works for me and keeps my crazy in check. So I love systems. It is no different when it comes to both my personal planner. Let me show you this because it's a great time to show you because I've been wondering, like, I was like, people would like to know that I've updated this. So let me show them what I've done. So you guys know I started using this planner. And what I just decided, I'm going to show you this one because it's blank and I just lined it for next week. But look what I did. I went through and made timelines. And so what I'm doing is, let me see if there's anything in here I can actually show you without giving you too much of my life information. Let me see, hang on one second. So what I'm doing is I'm decorating the page and then I'm highlighting the chunks so that they're blocked out. It looks kind of like a Google Calendar, but I like the physical calendar. I do put everything in my Google Calendar. So I've got this planner, which I just decided is gonna be time-based. And then I've got Google Calendar that I sync everything to my husband that I need to. Right behind me on that table, I have a, like, every month is put in there, family calendar. And so anything that's gonna happen, I've got through like, I think through June of next year in there. And so I write it all down there. And so then at the end of every month, I go in my kitchen and we have a calendar on the wall and I put all of the birthdays and appointments and everything on that calendar so everyone can see it. Right above that, and I'll try to remember to take a picture. Right above that, I have like a week, and so it's got all the like things that happen every week. Like, you know, every Wednesday we have such and such at 4, and so it's every week. So those are like the constant, so I don't have to put those on the big calendar, if that makes sense. And then my little 2-week meal plan on repeat is on the side of the fridge. I've got this calendar, the Google Calendar that syncs with my husband. I like schedules and systems. I really, really do. Now, whether it is by time or whether it is by flow, I vacillate. So I was a flow and now I'm a time and that's fine with me. But one of the things that I do really well is I'm a little bit, and I don't know if it's because I'm high energy or because I'm just very disciplined, but I'm a little bit militant when it comes to things like schoolwork starts at 9. Like I expect you to have what you need to done at 9. So I'm pretty hard and fast with school. It's one of our main priorities. It does not get pushed to the side all willy-nilly. Sometimes we'll be like, oh, we're gonna push this off, we'll go do something fun. And that's fine, but that's something I've allocated for, so it's okay because it's part of the plan. But it's not like we're just not feeling it today without some sort of amending the plan. So it's all, there's time in the plan to allow me to be willy-nilly because I know I need that. So I've planned for willy-nilly Shauna. That, I know. It makes me seem like a crazy person, which is fine, but it all gets done. It all gets done on time. So judge where you want to. It's happening, okay? Okay, now, recently we have been experiencing some struggles in our home that I know could be solved by teaching time management to my friends, because my friends, we have decided, are like a gas. They will occupy all of the space that there is. They expand to fill all of the space being time. And so if we have an hour, whatever it is they need to do, it could be a 3-minute task, it's gonna take an hour. If we need to be in bed in 2 hours, they could just need to do one thing. and it's going to take the full mother-loving 2 hours. So we have been a little bit on the struggle bus, and mom is not the personality type who loves this. So we are currently in our homeschool learning about time management. Now, how have I done this? Well, it's been like 2 days, so don't judge. This is the start of it. We had long discussions about time management, how it's a very important life principle. I understand that you don't have to do many things, but this year we did institute an alarm. Okay, we're also trying to fill everyone's love buckets with their specific personality, style, needs, whatever, love language. We're trying to fill that before we start too much in our day to make sure that we are happy and good. And so we have started alarms. Alarms are great. Now, let me show you what we did because I think this is adorable and cute. Again, I have printables. So if you guys know, don't forget, I don't have one in here, but we do like a flow with our schoolwork, like first then this, then this, then this. And that works for me because I'm never gonna be like, oh, hey, we spend 30 minutes on math. First of all, that's too long for me, I don't do that. Second of all, what if we don't spend 30 minutes on math? So that, yeah, okay. But we have this one, which is our schedule, okay? Now, what we did is we sat down, myself and my friends, and we took out one of these to-do lists. And what we did right here is we wrote down our ideal day. Now this isn't every day because some days we've got commitments out the house. But we wrote down in an ideal day because I'm real tired of hearing, oh, I didn't have time for that. Oh, I didn't have time for that. Dude, you have nothing but time. And also you have like 1,000,000% more time than like your counterparts. So I don't want to hear this. Okay? Okay. So we have our to-do list. In our ideal day, we make time for all of these things. Okay? So that was our list, our ideal list. And then we color coded them for a need personal, like brushing your teeth and showering, a need for the family, like chores and our guinea pigs, fun time, so like playtime, and me time where you're just doing whatever it is you want, and then like work time, which for them is school and working on any skills that they need to be doing for their like extracurriculars and things like that. So that's how we color coded it in 4 different colors. Did we have 5 colors? 1, 2, no, in 4 different colors. So that is how we color coded it. And then we just started putting things into our time. Now, for whatever reason, this one only goes to 4 because I think I originally made it to be like a school schedule. So this one only goes till 4, and then this one doesn't. Basically what I did is I printed 2 and I rewrote the numbers over here so that we could just kind of continue on from there. But you can find things like this everywhere, so you don't have to use what I gave you. I just didn't want to have to make it any smaller. So we've mapped out our ideal day, and so far this is like the 3rd day they're doing with staying on track. So they have assumed some responsibility for that. And I am happy. And that is how we manage time in our homeschool. We have systems and checks and balances, and we work to get it done. We make it a priority, which I think is one of the places where so many people fall flat is they don't maintain that priority. Like first comes this, the big rock, then comes the other stuff, the pebbles, the sand, in the, the jar mental picture thing. You know what I'm saying? Now, the reason that this is all really important, if you don't know, is that yes, I homeschool. I come here and I share on YouTube in this channel, and I have Suitcase Princess, a travel channel. I also have websites and blogs and socials that go with both of those. I also run a business. I have an Etsy shop that I run from home. So we are doing all of these things on top of extracurriculars and schools and trying to have fun and keep the house clean and do all the things. So without systems, it goes downhill fast. And right now, like I said, I've been the flow, this, then that. And right now I'm feeling like the minutes person. So I'm gonna lean into that because that's clearly what this Shauna needs right now to function best is minutes. And I think that by bringing my kids in and truly expecting them to have some sort of responsibility for that and for themselves, one, they can no longer complain they don't have enough time because it's all the time in the ideal day if you do a good job of managing your time. But then also, it's been a little easier to kind of transition them between the things because they recognize and understand the importance of that. So I'm really glad that we sat down and made this like ideal day. And then, and honestly, it's exactly what I did. Like, okay, well, what do I need to do? I like to get a little work done in the morning. I like to get up and put some makeup on so that I feel like I'm prepared for whatever is happening that day. I know that we're doing 2.5 hours of school. I know this, I know this, I know this, I know this. I know I'd like to eat lunch at 11:30. I know we like to have dinner on the table at 5. Like, It's just little things. And it's the same thing that comes back to like curriculum planning, you know, start with the end and then plug it in, work it back, do your math, divide it out. It's the same premise. And that is working for us. That has worked for myself for a very long time. And like I said, right now, Shauna, we're doing minutes. And so that's good enough for me. So that. Now, I do not follow this to a fault. Absolutely not, because that isn't kind to anyone. Some days are just different, okay? Let's not kid, every day is different. But in an ideal day, there's time for chores and cooking and bonding and playing and all of those things. So if I can check any of those little boxes every day, I feel really good and productive and like we have done our absolute best. And that's really all you can do. So don't beat yourself up if you don't have a system like this. Don't beat yourself up if you're one of the people who has been all willy-nilly. That's okay. If you want to pivot, try one thing. Try every day we eat lunch at 11:30. Let's see how that goes. Every day we go outside and play at 3. Try one thing. Every day I'm gonna get up at X time so that I can be ready. Don't make it hard because you won't do it. And don't try to go with like my plan if my plan doesn't suit you, okay? So be sure that you're going with a plan that is best for you and your kids and your homeschool. We are pivoting because what was happening before in my house, the gas children, that's not working for us anymore. I can't manage it anymore. I've got zero patience for that anymore. So we're making a new plan. And I do think that if my kids can manage too. And we have a chore system too, where they know what they're supposed to do. And I went ahead and, because before it was like, you could just checked off whatever you did and it all had to get done in a week. I'm done with that too, because things are falling through the cracks. So I've assigned a specific task to a specific day. And if they do it at the end of the week, they get paid their allowance. So that is awesome. Just like with your home and with your family, try something new. Try to live your ideal day. And if you all do it, the next day you go get ice cream, or the next day you have a movie night. The next day, maybe you're a little flexible. Just give it a try. But you need to really manage and keep those expectations where they should be. Nobody needs to lose sleep over this. Nobody needs to get angry or fussy, because then you won't enjoy it and your family won't be receptive. But I'm a huge fan of bribery and reward. So I will utilize that about every possible chance again, to be honest. All right, guys, I hope that you found that helpful, entertaining, or informative. If you did, please scroll down, hit the big red subscribe button, turn on the bell for notifications, and give this video a thumbs up. As always, you can find me over on Instagram at Making Everyday Magic or down in the comments. I'm looking forward to seeing these other videos in this collaboration. Be sure to hit the playlist link, because I know that there's going to be some things where I'm like, oh, it's amazing. Oh, I love that. Oh, I want to do that. So I am feeling like this is going to be very motivating, and I'm super excited about that. But please, down in the comments, give me your best pearl. What's your thing? What's your thing? Or what's your pressure point? Maybe somebody has like a specific thing, like they went through the same thing and they've got a, have you tried peanut butter? Or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? So, oh, you know what? That's something else that I do that I think makes a very big impact in our home is dinner and it's big and it's made. Lunch and breakfast. They have like 3 options, and they're always the same 3 options, and they can make them themselves. So I do feel like that is huge in our homeschool, because I'm trying to fit in work in every little patches. That, and then by giving myself kind of the Monday morning off to just be with the kids and get everybody on that solid foundation on Mom and Me Monday, those are huge. I mean, like complete game changers, absolutely huge. The kids are responsible for their own stuff in the morning till we start school together at 9, unless they like obviously like need me for something, but they know what to do. They know the flow, they know the schedule, they know. So they do that. They can all make their own breakfast. They can all make their own lunch. It is good. So that, okay. I think that's it. I don't know. But let me know. Pearls of wisdom down below.